Grab your cup. April is Stress Awareness Month. I love that they give it a whole month and not just a day, because it puts it right up there with cancer and the other things to really pay attention to. Like this is important. This is a big deal. So April is Stress Awareness Month. And I want to talk about that a little bit. Later today, I'm going to do a live and go deeper into that. But I want to talk a little bit about stress and heart coherence, because the Heart Math Institute is a research institute in California. I am a heart math practitioner, so I've been trained through their programs, but they've been doing some of the leading research on stress and the physical body, stress and health issues like autoimmune and cancer, stress and mental health issues, and they collaborate with some of the top universities, I think in particular, University of California, San Diego. So the Heart Math Institute tells us about the power of the heart and heart coherence and how stress impacts heart coherence. Let me tell you what heart coherence is. Your anatomical heart, right, which beats and sends blood through your body, beats at a particular speed and intensity. So when we're stressed, if you had an EKG on, your strip would look very erratic. It would look all over the place. If you're upset, somebody just said something to you, you're in an argument, you're worried about a particular issue, or you've been holding stress. Maybe you got divorced 2 years ago, but you're still, holding a lot of stress whenever you think of that person. Whatever it is, your schedule is demanding and you feel stressed out a lot. Your heart would show that in the strip by being a very incoherent beat. So it would be highs and low beats, it would be wide, skinny, all over the place. When you're feeling calm and rested and safe, your heart strip is very coherent. So the pattern looks very regular. The peaks are the same height, the spaces are the same. And heart coherence, when you're in that, and we can see it from the strip, but what that's happening more at, let's say not at an anatomical place, but at a spiritual place, your heart is giving your brain information. Your heart is the center of how you create your life. Your heart is where you feel things. It's where memories are stored subconsciously. Things that have happened to you are stored in your heart center. And again, I'm talking about that as a spiritual place, but it is an actual thing beyond just your brain. And the heart gives your brain much more information than your brain gives your heart. They have the technology to measure that, and they look at the neurology and the neurons and how communication, right? If you're having a thought, it travels out down your body, down neurons, and they can see that electrical charge travel. Well, they can also see the communication from the heart to the brain. And the heart's communication to the brain is much more by a lot than the brain is to the heart. So the heart is feeling what it's feeling, it's adjusting to what's happening in life, or it's reacting to, and then it's giving the brain information. Either we're safe, we're okay, it's a coherent pattern, and then the heart and the brain are working together to carry out your life. But if the heart is incoherent, if you're staying stressed, and then the brain, also the part of the brain when you're stressed, shifts out of problem solving, communicating, being related, all of those things, the parts of the brain that do that shut down, and the part of the brain that kicks in when you're stressed turns on, and now the brain itself is also incoherent. So you've got a lot of incoherent messaging going on from the brain to the heart and the heart to the brain, and you feel that. That's when you're anxious, your anxiety is through the roof, and you can't get to sleep, and you feel exhausted, and you're not sticking with things in your life that make you happy. You don't take the time because you're in this incoherent pattern. And it's very, very important because your experience of your life is being driven by that. So it might be certain things put you into that pattern, social situations, money, particular people. It might be you've just been in that pattern since you were young because you had stress a lot when you were young. And now it feels really normal. When I first learned this, and then I looked at my heart and how it was responding, I thought I was having a perfectly good day. I didn't feel stressed out. I didn't feel like I was doing anything different than any other day. But when I looked, because there's technology that we can attach to your ear and see how your heart is beating, that you can do right in your own home, my heart was completely incoherent. And when I realized that my normal is to be like that, and then you look at the research and how that relates to health issues, it was no surprise to me that I had autoimmune conditions flare up. And I'm so grateful that I don't have symptoms of those anymore because of the work that I've done. So heart coherence is important, critically important for your health, for how long you're going to live, for your mental health. And it's also important for how you create your life and the energy of your heart center, because we are all energy. We're photoelectric beings, meaning we get energy from the sun, and then our body has energy that moves through it. And the energy that's in your heart center will determine how you are living your life in a lot of ways. And then also the choices that you make because of that lack of coherence. So when you guard your heart, when you've been hurt in the past in relationships, or you just learned growing up, I got to guard my heart, I can't really express my emotions. When you've been doing that, you're actually disrupting the energy of the heart center. You're creating incoherence, and you're seeing it in the results of your life, how your relationships go. You're seeing it if people tell you you're hard to connect with, or you feel disconnected from people. If your relationships have ended and you stay stuck in those past relationships, your heart coherence has been affected. So a couple of things to just leave for today's thought is, how much am I staying in stress? What is really the pattern of my heart? How much have I opened my heart? Am I staying with heart walls? Am I staying very guarded? Do I feel constant anxiety? And then what's showing up in my body? What kind of health issues? Because for a health issue to finally show up, it's been brewing underneath the surface for quite a while. It's not like you're fine, and boom, there's a health issue. Whether it's cancer or anything else, there's a reason why the systems of your body went awry enough to cause that health issue. There's a reason why that happens. And the master supervisor of all the systems of your body is your nervous system. The master controller for your immune system, so autoimmune, cancers, is the nervous system. The master controller of your digestive system, so food sensitivities, irritable bowel, colitis, all controlled by the nervous system. The master controller of your hormones and of neurological issues and mental health issues like anxiety and depression and staying in sadness. All of those are controlled by the nervous system. That's why they gave a whole month to stress awareness. So if that's showing up for you, stress, put stressed in the comments. We should talk, because I've been through it all and I've done a ton of training and work in order to not live there. And you don't need to live there either. So put stress in the comments, and I'll make sure that we can connect and talk about how that's showing up in your life and what you want to consider to take on to make that be something different. Have a good day.